Good morning, all. Here we discuss the topic center of mass. Before going to the theoretical details, first we analyze the motion of a juggling club. It is the juggling club. By this, we analyze the projectile motion of the juggling club. Here, we can vary the initial position, initial velocity, and the angle of the projection. And also we can concentrate the path of the juggling club at different points. The different points are A, B, C, and I. Here look at the first case. Here, this is the initial position of the club. It has no initial velocity. Just the club is placed at height, some height, let it be y0. What happens? What will be the motion of this club when it is falling downward? Just look at there. It will fall under the acceleration of gravity like this. Once more, just look at, it will fall like this. Now, here I try to obtain the different positions, the different orientation of the club at different times. For that, I take here and I simulate once more. Then it is the different positions of the club. Then looking at the different orientation, we can obtain an idea that here there is some point that is clearly falling downward. It may be this point. Look at here, this point. It is also here. It is also here. And it is here. It is contained here. And this point, this point, this point, This one. Okay. It is the just you must have an idea that if it is a point particle, a small body, if it is falling downward, the motion will be in a straight line. Okay. And here we drop this one, then the motion is different. Okay. Then I concentrate the different points. First, I take the point A, then look at the trajectory. Now, I just drawing the trajectory of the top point A. It is like this. And now I drawing the trajectory for this position. It is like this. And it is the end point. And this point is B, but it moves in a straight line. Okay. So it behaves as a point mass, isn't it? So we can conclude that if a point mass is falling downward, it will fall in a straight line. But a club is falling in a different orientation, but at some point, one point that is here marked as B, it is just falling as a point mass. Okay. Now I reduce its position. I take, let the height be, the y is 0, and I give some initial velocity. I give some velocity and I kept the angle of projection, let it be 50 degree. Okay. Then I simulate it. It is like this. I increase the velocity. Then it is moving like this. We know that in the case of projectile, the path of projectile is a parabola. But When we considering this motion, it is not like a parabola. Look at this one. It is moving like this. Here also, we analyzing the different points on the club. First, the top point, the trajectory is like this. The trajectory is like this. It is not a parabola. And it is the end point. And it is also not a parabola. Just look at the trajectory. And now I take the point I. It is near to a parabolic path. But the point B, it is actual a parabolic path. So look at the trajectory. If B is the center of mass, it moves in a parabolic path. So we can say that these are the trajectory of different points. Then the red one, it is a parabolic one. Then this point, the point B has some physical importance. It is called as the center of mass of the system. We will discuss the theoretical background of the center of mass. We can define center of mass as the point where the mass of the whole body is concentrated. Center of mass can be defined as the point where the mass of the whole body is concentrated. Now we go into the theoretical details of the center of mass. We have expressed the equation of motion as F is equal to dp by dt. In the case of a system of particle, we write it as F is equal to dp by dt, that is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n dpj divided by dt, that is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n mj dvj divided by dt, or it is equal to summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj double dot. Because the velocity is equal to r dot, then it is rj double dot. This result is identical to the equation of motion of a single particle, although in fact it refers to a system of particles. If we write F is equal to m into capital R double dot, where m is the total mass of the system and R is a vector that yet to be defined. Or if these forces are, if the two are equal, we can equate this one, that is m r double dot is equal to dp by dt, that is equal to summation n j is equal to 1 to n mj rj double dot. Then what is the significance of r double dot, or what is the significance of r? When we take the case of the juggling club, we find that the point marked B is behaves like a point mass. That is, when it is falling downward, the point B is falling in a straight line. When it is projected, the point B moves in a parabolic path. So that particular point behaves like some point mass. So that point, that particular point is called it as center of mass. Okay, and the position vector corresponding to that point, it is represented by the capital R. Then if we obtain r double dot from this equation, r double dot must be equal to what? Look at the expression. When we taking m to the left, to the right side, r double dot must be equal to 1 by m summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj double dot. This equation is true only if r is equal to 1 by m summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj, because if we find the first derivative, what will happen? R dot is equal to 1 by m summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj dot, and r double dot is this quantity, then r is equal to 1 by m summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj, where r is a vector from the origin to the point called center of mass. R is the vector, r is the position vector of the center of mass. So when we writing this, we can write it in another way, in a familiar form, that is r is equal to summation j, the summation is j is equal to 1 to n, j is equal to 1 to n. I not writing the details of summation mjrj divided by, what is m? Capital M. Capital M is equal to the total mass, or it can be obtained summation j mj. Okay, then look at this one. This is a familiar equation of the center of mass, isn't it? R is equal to summation j mj rj divided by summation j mj. It is in 3-dimensional case. If it is in single dimensions, x must be equal to summation j mj xj divided by summation jmj. If it is in y direction, summation j mj yj divided by summation j mj. Okay, in the similar way, we can write the expressions for center of mass. Look at the picture. Here it is x direction, it is y direction, and it is z direction. Here we consider a number of mass points 1 to n, and the position vector for each mass are expressed r1, r2, etc. up to rn. Then a particular point, some point here in the figure, it is represented by rc. Here we represent it as capital R, or that point is called center of mass because if we multiplying the total mass of the system with double derivative of the position vector, it will give the total force, or the total system can be represented by a single particle having the total mass m, which has a position vector r. I repeat, the total system can be represented by a single particle of mass m. It is It is placed at a point R. Okay. So it is a concept of center of mass. That is, the system behaves as if all the mass is concentrated at the center of mass and all the external forces act at that point. And there may be some confusion about center of mass and center of gravity. Center of mass and center of gravity must be same in a uniform gravitational field. Okay. When the object is very small, when compared with the size of Earth, the center of mass and center of gravity will be the same. Here in the figure, some different mass points and the center of mass also represented. To find the center of mass of the system, in the expression, we use the summation. We express the center of mass R is equal to, how we represented R is equal to summation J Mj Rj divided by summation Mj. It is the expression for center of mass. But for an extended body, to obtain a center of mass, it is a tedious process. It may require integrations. By comparing to the above case, we have to divide the body of mass m into n mass elements. If we consider this is a body of mass m, then we have to divide this total body into different mass points, n mass elements, and we have to obtain different position vectors. If Rj is the position vector of jth element and Mj is the element's mass, here the mass of this element is m1 and here it is m2, here it is m3, here it is m4, etc. Then the center of mass is equal to 1 by m summation n is equal to, summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj. If the limit when n approaches infinity, when the value of n is very large, we have to replace the summation by integration. Here there is no R and dm here. Here there is no R and dm here. It is a typing mistake. Okay. So when we replacing this quantity, R is equal to, R can be written as limit n turns to infinity 1 by m summation j is equal to 1 to n mj rj, or this limiting process defines an integral as it is equal to integral rdm. Then R can be represented as then we can write the R is equal to, here we write this integration as here I write the integration as limit n turns to infinity 1 by m summation j is equal to 1 to infinity mj rj, that is equal to integral rdm, or I write R is equal to integral rdm. Formally, where dm is a differential mass element at position R. Here there is a typing mistake, that is here there is 1 by m integral rdm, and also here 1 by m integral rdm. Then we can express the center of mass in different orientations. That is in x direction, x is equal to 1 by m integral x dm. In y direction 1 by m integral y dm, and in z direction z is equal to 1 by m integral small z dm. Okay. Here dm is the mass element of the volume dv located at a position dx, dy, or dz. Okay. And in the previous case, and here, if we represent it by 1 by m integral r dm, dm must be equal to dm is the mass element of volume dv at the position r, at the position r. Okay, and in the similar way, here dm is the mass element having volume in one dimension we cannot say volume, only in 3 dimension we can say it as volume. And this dm in the 1 dimensional case, dm must be equal to what? Dm must be the line element dx at the position x. Okay, so we rewrite we use the general expression if mass density at the element is rho, or if rho is the density, we can write dm is equal to rho dv. Okay, so we write r is equal to, we can write r is equal to 1 by m integral r. In place of dm, we express it is by rho dv. Okay, this integral is volume integral, or we can write this integral using a triple integral 1 by m integral r rho dv. In the Cartesian coordinate system, dv must be equal to dx into dy into dz. So from this one, when we writing this is in vector forms, we can write if r vector is equal to rx I plus ry j plus rz k, small r is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. I write the expression r is equal to 1 by m integral xi plus yj plus zk into rho dx dy dz. From this, we can write here the Rx is capital X, Ry is capital Y, and Rz is capital Z. Then we can write in the similar one, that is X is equal to 1 by M integral X rho dx. And Y, capital Y is equal to 1 by M integral Y rho dy, and Z is equal to 1 by M integral Z rho dz. So this is the theoretical concepts of center of mass. We will discuss the motion of some extended elements in the next section. Thank you.